Welcome to Business Line Trending Commodity Podcast. We have with us Ms. Richa Singh, who is the Managing Director, India and Middle East of the Natural Diamond Council. We will have a brief discussion on what NDC is up to and the roles and also what's happening with regard to diamonds. Welcome to Business Line's Trending Commodity Podcast, ma'am. Can you give us a brief about NDC?
Hello. Thank you for having me here. It's always a pleasure to talk to the Business Line team. Natural Diamond Council is a not-for-profit body. We are here to make sure that we share all information, knowledge, facts, all data with the consumer, so the consumers are empowered to take the right decision, the decision that fits them, and they can enjoy every piece of natural diamond jewelry they wear for a lifetime ahead of them. Natural diamonds are a billion-year-old product. They are the oldest thing we can ever have or ever own. And I think that there is something so special about them that you want to celebrate every special moment. And it's also an heirloom that you leave behind for generations. And because it's a product that lasts for an eternity, I think that all of us and the consumer, the investment that we have emotionally, mentally, financially into this product category is very high. And that's why we as an industry body make sure that the consumer is empowered, has all the knowledge on her tips, every fact, and she has seen the best of the best in terms of design and craftsmanship so that she can go out and choose what fits her.
So how are the sales of natural diamond doing this year, particularly in the background that there are problems with the economy, the geopolitical tension, and the tariff trade war?
I'm going to separate this answer into a few categories. From a pure natural diamond jewelry consumption, we are up 20% almost. The data that we have from the first 6 months is that it's between 15 to 20%. This is not a published data, it's inputs that we get from all the jewelers. So we've had a very healthy run in India. The jewelry as a fine jewelry as a category tends to be agnostic of the economic climate to a certain extent, because consumer wants to buy fewer things, but things that last and things that not only you can enjoy but are also an investment. So we tend to be in a category, we're lucky to be in a category that had a better run during lockdown. Of course, we have our ups and downs and seasonalities. But we've had a good run and we are expecting a very robust Diwali. I manage the Middle East as well, and even in the Middle East, we are a double-digit growth, we are 20% plus. So the kind of numbers that we are seeing is quite high. A lot of it is a function of the gold pricing, what is happening to the market. The second part of this answer is you mentioned tariffs. Tariffs, of course, impact us because, we as a country export cut and polish more than 90% of the world's diamonds, and we export a large chunk to the US. I am not the right person to answer on what's happening, but I know that there is a large effort from the government bodies, including the GJEPC, including the government, the stakeholders, to ensure that we find a resolution very soon. So yes, the part which is on the export, we are facing challenges, and I'm hoping it gets resolved in the month to come. But from a local domestic consumption growth in not just India but all of Middle East as well, we are seeing a great growth path.
What about sales of diamonds globally in the current situation?
So, we have a few, I can't say I am not, don't have access to but all the data, but we have seen a bit of a slowdown in China. Middle East, like I mentioned, the region is growing and thriving. India, of course, is growing and thriving. We also, when we spoke to the US, it's in pockets. So yes, there are challenges purely at this point because of, like you said, the geopolitical dynamic that is happening. But there is a certain stagnation that we have seen in the last few months. I am not able to answer and say what this season is, but the retailers seem positive on the season ahead. I would also like to highlight that there are certain indicators which show, how great we are. When Louis Vuitton published, the LVMH group published their results, the only category that showed the most profit was, or that did well for them, was the fine jewelry category. That is an indicator that yes, there is consumer desire, consumer need, and consumer belief in this category. And I think we're here to stay. So we have small indicators which tell us that we are on the right track, but I do not have a definitive number for the US growth.
What future do you see for diamonds in India in the coming years?
The future for diamonds is sparkling bright. The number one thing that the consumer articulates today is that they want to get things, buy things, own things, inherit things which stand for what they are. It's a very the new age consumer, straddling all ages, wants to showcase their individuality, wants to showcase something which is uniquely their own. And I think diamonds, natural diamonds, give them the ability to do that. So we are seeing a lot of, thought that goes into the jewelry, mixing and matching, stacking, the way they are styled. But it's also how the different cuts have been put together to make a product which is uniquely your own. And I think that we are seeing that on the rise. So for me, we are a product which lasts generations. The consumer wants to buy fewer but better quality things. We fit that. The consumer wants to buy things that they can leave behind, which has meaning for them. Natural diamonds fit that perfectly. The consumers want to buy something which will hold value. So it's not just a product for now and today, but something which holds value, which is what we are. We are a fashion statement, a style statement, a memory, yet an investment. So natural diamonds fit there. And the last, a very operational, qualitative thing is that with the gold prices through the roof, the consumer is looking to buy a lot more studded jewelry. We as an industry are offering them a lot more natural diamond studded jewelry, which is a good alternate for a consumer who may want to buy a fantastic gift. But with the gold prices through the roof, they are evaluating 18 karat options, 14 karat options studded with natural diamonds. So that's something that we as an industry can also leverage. So the consumer likes us and we have the opportunity to push it to them. So it's a win-win situation. And we are looking at the next 6 months, Diwali to be very positive. We are looking at almost a 20% growth for Diwali for natural diamonds. So I hope to come back to you after Diwali and say that, yes, we made it happen.
And will NDC do some sort of coordination with the local jewelers in India to promote diamond?
So the first thing that NDC is sticking to the thing that we started. We are making sure that the facts and the information is right out there. We released a Diamond Facts report, and we are collaborating with retailers across the 4 regions to ensure that, we provide them this information in bite-sized formats that they can further share with their consumer. We've created a lot of WhatsAppable content as well. It's not just digital media that we are covering in a big way, but we are also ensuring that the retailer has the ammunition. We've done training workshops to work with the staff which actually interacts with the consumer. They are the last mile, they make the things happen. We are making sure it's not just the consumer is empowered with the facts, but our teams, our sales teams who are empowered with all the knowledge, all the information, what is happening across the world. Today, the consumer looks at not just what is happening in India, but what happened at Cannes or what is happening in New York at the same time. And we need to make sure that our staff is also empowered with that information, awareness about pricing or awareness about facts or who wore what, or, whether it is a 30 carat natural diamond ring that Ronaldo gifts his girlfriend is for his engagement, is also things that I need to inform my team because my consumer is aware of it. So we work very closely with the retailer to ensure that we empower their teams. We make sure that we use platforms. We don't sell anything. We are brand agnostic, but we make sure that we provide platforms to retailers and designers to showcase the craft that we have. I think that India today has the best in terms of design, talent, the kind of karigari that we have, the kind of craft that we have different across the regions. I think that we need to showcase, and it's the job of the NDC to make sure we provide and share the best with the consumers.
What has been the response of Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities to diamonds?
The largest growth that we are seeing in diamond purchase is actually coming from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. There's a lot of curiosity. Like I mentioned, it's about design. The amount of focus, design was always important to us, but the amount of focus or the percentage weightage given to design and what it means to us for the new age consumer has gone up. So they're seeing a lot more personalization that they're doing with the natural diamond jewelry. We've seen a lot more first time entrants coming in. This is also to do with the fact, like I mentioned earlier, the gold prices are up. The consumer is ready to explore a 18 karat or a 14 karat piece of jewelry. And with that, natural diamond studded jewelry they are looking at. So we are getting a lot more entrants, which is a combination of falling in love with the design and the pricing feeling right. And yet it is gold. So we are doing, Sone Pe Suhaga moment where we are giving them the best of the gold and making sure that the gold is embellished to look even prettier.
Thank you very much for your very insightful views. And thank you very much for coming on to Business Line's Trending Commodity podcast.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here. And we hope that next time we're here, every person in Chennai has one piece of diamond jewelry on them.